The Blue Angels are a renowned U.S. Navy flight demonstration team who are known for their epic aerobatic performances and precision flying. But did you know that they have flown a variety of different aircraft, not just the Super Hornet that they currently fly? Well, buckle in and get ready for a video on all the aircraft ever used by the U.S. Navy Blue Angels. Number 1. The Grumman F6F Hellcat. The Grumman F6F Hellcat is an American carrier-based propeller fighter from World War II. It was designed to replace the previous fighter, F4F Wildcat, and was also designed to counter the Japanese A6M0. The F6F Hellcat is a propeller aircraft and did not have jet engines. Hellcat was first used by the Blue Angels in 1946, but it's important to note that the Blue Angels were not called the Blue Angels until July of 1946, but they were called the Navy Flight Exhibition Team in June 1946. Number 2. The Grumman F8F Bearcat. The Grumman F8F Bearcat is an American carrier-based fighter that was introduced in late World War II. The Bearcat is also a propeller fighter, and it was used by the U.S. Navy and U.S. Marines. It was used in the Blue Angels from 1946 to 1949. Number 3. The Grumman F9F Panther. The Grumman F9F Panther is an American carrier-based jet fighter. It was the first jet-powered aircraft used by the United States Navy. Panther was used by the U.S. Navy and Marines in the Korean War, and it recorded the first ever aerial victory of the conflict for the U.S. Navy. Panther was the first jet-based aircraft used by the Blue Angels. The F9F2 Panther was used from 1949 to 1950, and the F9F5 Panther was used from 1951 to 1955 by the Blue Angels. Number 4. The Grumman F9F Cougar. Grumman F9F Cougar is an American carrier-based jet fighter. It was developed during the early 1950s for the United States Navy and Marines. It had swept wings, unlike the F9F Panther, but it was an adaptation of the earlier F9F Panther. The F9F Cougar was used at the same time as the F9F-5 Panther, but from 1951 to 1955 by the Blue Angels. Number 5. The Grumman F11F Tiger. The Grumman F11F Tiger is an American supersonic carrier-based jet fighter. The Tiger was originally supposed to be an improved version of the F9F Cougar, but in the end its development shared little with the F9F Cougar. The Tiger was used by the Blue Angels from 1955 to 1957. Number 6. The McDonnell Douglas F4J Phantom II. The McDonnell Douglas F4J Phantom II is a two-seat carrier-based supersonic jet fighter. It was developed for the United States Navy and entered service with the Navy in 1961. The Phantom was used by the Blue Angels from 1969 to 1974. And to note, the F4J Phantom had two seats because the back seat was for a radar intercept officer who controlled the radar of the plane, and the front seat was for a pilot. Number 7. The McDonnell Douglas A4F Skyhawk. The McDonnell Douglas A4F Skyhawk is a single-seat, carrier-based subsonic attack jet. It was developed during the early 1950s for the U.S. Navy and Marines. The Skyhawk was used by the Blue Angels from 1974 to 1986. Number 8. The McDonnell Douglas FA-18 Hornet. The McDonnell Douglas FA-18 Hornet is a mostly single-seat with some two-seat variants supersonic jet fighter. The Hornet has the designation FA because it is a fighter and attack aircraft. The Hornet had two engines and was used by the Blue Angels from 1986 to 2020. Number 9. The Boeing FA-18 Super Hornet. The Boeing FA-18 Super Hornet is a new and upgraded version of the original Hornet. It is single-seat or two-seat and has two engines in the back. It resembles the Hornet but has different features such as increased size, longer fuselage, and more powerful engines. Super Hornet has been used by the Blue Angels from when they retired the original Hornet in 2020 till now, and has not been replaced by any aircraft yet as of the time recording this video. Thank you for watching the video, and if you have any questions, ask them in the comments. If not, have a good day, and I hope you learned something from this video. Thank you.